Hi, Julie Torrens here. Well, we've come to that day. We have worked hard on these papers, all for doing collage work, our own collage papers. Looks like I've got them all upside down. But over the past, 4 videos, we've been working on these. So I printed some up on cardstock. I printed some up on regular paper. And other than the white ones, with the white background, I left the white. But then the others, I had taken, when I did the wash, I scanned it. Saved those scans, then I worked on top. So I've got those on the back. All right, well, let's grab one and let's get started. Now, I've gathered up, hopefully, as much as I need. We'll see. I did cut the edges off, but not on this one because this one's all white. So I'm just folding it in half. And what I want to make is, I've seen it done in many different styles. I call it a flip-flop pocket. But I've seen it, and I don't remember the other names it is, but I've seen it done a lot of different ways. So I just took my 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and I folded it into 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it an angle. So I want to grab a pencil. This is that first fold, so I'm just making a little mark. Got my little cutting mat. Got it from the Dollar Tree. Works fine for me. And I'm just going to cut. I need to fit it on here. I'm just going to cut from that mark somewhere over here, bringing it down maybe about 2 inches or 3. About like that. So how far is it? Yeah, it's very close to 2 inches, 2 3/8. Get my knife. Ugh. Weak hands. There we go. All right, how much did I move everything? Give it a slice. Oh, I do really want that to be on that top corner. Yeah, I am not good with a knife. A lot of you are, but boy, I'm not. But the only way I'll get better is keep trying, right? So I'd keep trying. Let's see, what did that do? Almost. Almost. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it back up and we're going to get those flip-flops. Now this way, we've got mostly the white, so let's do it the other way. Still too much white. There's got to be a way we can do this with less white. This way? Well, no. Typical me. All right, this needs to go that way. We're still all white. What am I doing wrong? Let's see. I'm thinking. Can you see the smoke rising? All right, this way. No. This way? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Duh me. Okay. So here it is. I'm going to just give it, I've got a little bit from my terrible cutting. There we go. Okay. Now the printer put a little mark up there. I don't care. Let's glue. We've got a pocket, and a pocket. And so I am going to glue along here and the bottom using the old art glitter glue. Now my next journal, I'm thinking about, still in the thinking stage, doing an 8x8 instead of an 8.5 by 11. Okay, and now this one, I want to do across the bottom and here. And there. Okay. It's sweet. Now I can give it one more fold, which I'm going to do. And that's why this time I'm using a paper instead of the cardstock, because I knew I wanted to put a lot of folds in this. Now I could cut this at an angle, you know, and kind of keep that, but I think I'm going to leave it like it is. All right, now I am going to give this a thumb notch. And I'm going to round the corners. Good. Now I didn't ink it, and I could, but I think I'm gonna leave it. I can still ink it when I decide to use this in a project, but I am going to glue this pocket. I hope you are all doing well. I'm doing pretty well. So what have we got? I'm going to just hold this for a minute. So we've got pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. And if you're working on an 8.5 by 11 folded in half, look. And then you could even make it a tuck this way or a tuck this way. Yes. Now, I'm not going to decorate it now, but after we make a few, then we'll work on decorating. But I like this. Good job. All right. Now, for another pocket, I just grabbed the next one that was in line, and this is the top of the pocket. Now, I want to make sort of like a, what would you call it? Sort of like a library pocket. So I'm just folding, and obviously I'm not measuring, just folding. That's pretty. Now when I fold it up, we're going to have the seam here, or I could fold it up and we'll have a seam here. I think I'm going to fold it up this way. Okay, now instead of waiting, I'll go ahead and ink this up now. Got my ink. Now, when I don't know where I'm going to be using something, I do like to use my neutral inks, and my inks are all the archival inks, and these are the Tim Holtz colors. But I'm just going to give this a quick go around with the vintage photo. Are you working on some of your art today? I hope so. I hope so. Vintage photo. Think about which ink I'm dabbing in, but honestly, they're all neutrals. It really, really wouldn't matter. Now, my printer is a laser jet printer, so I don't worry about if I'm using kind of liquid things. Okay. I like it this way. I sure do. All right. I think first I'm going to glue this back. So I'm going to put glue. Now you're probably thinking, or maybe you're thinking, well, Julie, you did all this decorating for days and days. I'm just going along each edge, and that'll give me a nice coverage. And now I'm folding it and things are disappearing. That's all right. It's collage paper. It's totally fine. This is kind of pretty, the way this matched up to that. But I like this way too. I sure do. All right, I'm going to give this a punch. We know we had the punch. Here it is. If I can grab those little flyaways, it is handy. And I'm gonna, I think, to make it even look more like a library pocket, I'm using my larger, it's a larger corner rounder. I just think it's going to give that library pocket feel. I want it to get it set in there nice. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look fresh and pretty? Oh, I think it does. Let's get our pretend journal page. Look. Oh, now tell me that isn't gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Let's get this glued. I love the color. You know I love color if you've been following me at all. I love color. And you know, I'm not crazy about having everything be neutrals, but I'm kind of liking this. Now look, we've got a pocket here, and we've got a pocket up here. But I think I'm going to close this one up. I want to give it more of that feeling of a library pocket. So I'm going to close that up. But you could leave it open. You do you. I'm going to do the same thing here, just because I want it to be like a library pocket. There we go. Sweet. Okay, there's number 2. Let's grab another sheet. Hang on. I grabbed 2 by accident. This one is paper again. This one is the one that I was trying to keep kind of neutral. It's really more yellow, but that's okay, right? Very, very good. All right, now for this one, I think what I want to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Because I'm gonna make more than one pocket out of this. All right. And measuring for me right now isn't really gonna do much because I trim the edges, so even from this side to this side, it may not be all even and straight. Can I do it? I'm gonna try. Ooh, I know I went off. Oh, I went off again. Well, I wouldn't call it great. I end up with kind of a combination of torn and cut with a knife, huh? Yep, that's me. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to give this one a little trim. But I hope you're getting some ideas now, once you get your collage paper, of some things that you can do. And there's a lot more we can do. I'm just making some pockets right now, because that's what I need. I also need some tags. All right, I am going to do another sort of a 3-way fold. I don't want this, I just want it to touch. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to make it so that I can glue this into kind of a cylinder. Okay. Okay. Makes a difference, doesn't it? All right. Now, I'm bringing this up. Does that look about right? And then I'm going to give this a cut, a big cut. I'm going right from that corner up. There. And I'm going to glue that down. So that'll be fine. Let's even this up a little bit. Okay, let's glue this little random guy. There we go. I already glued, that random guy, so let me get my paper towel because I can tell I may get some glue seepage. Okay, I'm gonna grab the old vintage photo here. Nice. Alrighty. This wants to shift. There. All right, now, corner punch. This is like supposed to help you make a tag, and I just want a very subtle tag feel to this one. How we doing? Are we liking it? I am. Good. Let's glue this down. Just along this side. Okay, let's give this more of a tag feel. I'm grabbing my big punch, and this makes this might be too big. Nah, we'll pretend it's not too big. How about that? I'm needing to get it in the light right, so hopefully it's punching in the middle. And I am going to give this just a little glue in here. Good. And I'm going to give it a little glue in here. There. I like this. Very nice. Okay. Now I've got this other half, and I'm going to do similar. I know we've got kind of a rough edge there. I'm just going to leave it because I'm going to hide it. Now, if you haven't been with me, if you just came in to look at some pockets and ephemera and things, that's fine, that's great. But just so you know, I made these collage sheets. I didn't use any stencils. I didn't use any ephemera from other folks. It is my work, so I can make copies. Now, we just made this one, and we angled it this way, so I'm going to make this one, and I'm going to angle it the other way. Yeah. I think I'll head this way with it. Did I leave? I did. I left a little space. There. Let's get this glued. I can glue up to here. And I can glue this little flappy guy. I just give him a few wiggles of glue. Squeak, 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 squeak. Does that drive you nuts? I'm sorry. I can see that my bottom of this is not quite there. Wasn't quite, or the top wasn't quite there. All right, let's ink. My grandchildren are just growing so fast. My littlest grandson is 8 months old, and he's in 24-month clothes. And I think on Tuesday. Today is, so in a week, today is Thursday. And next week on Tuesday, he'll be getting some ear tubes. His brother had them. His dad had them. He just keeps getting ear infections, the poor little guy. Okay, let's glue this up here. Nice. Squeak, squeak. It's this paper, I guess. All right. And I'm going to do the corners again. This way. Just this only trims the corners a little, but it still gives you the feeling of a tag. Good. And I'll get that big punch again. And try to center it. Oh boy. Went all the way to the top. I'm going to just glue that. But if it doesn't want to hold, then I will just cut it down and make it a little shorter and redo. But if I just am gentle, maybe just put a little piece of lace in there or something, I think it'll be okay. We'll just hope. All right. Now we've got those two. Should we do one more? Sure. Maybe this time we'll make some tags. Okay, we used the blue, we used the neutral, I'm just grabbing, and we used the white. So we haven't used the red. We'll use the red. And we're still working with the paper. Maybe next time we get together, we'll work with the cardstock and we'll make some things to go in these pockets. Okay, now I'm folding this in half, and what I want to make, oh, sorry. Oh, I'll tell you, if my acrylic paint tubes aren't making crazy noises, then my paper is. Okay, I want to make a pocket that goes around a page. So if this is your journal, I want it to go around so it shows up on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this in some, but I do want to fold it, squeak, I do want to fold it the same on both sides. Now, if it's not exact, I really don't care. But I want it similar. If the light is changing, I will tell you it's getting darker and darker outside. Yeah, it is. Okay, so now we've got a pocket that will go around a page like that, right here and here. Nice. I am going to glue this part down, and I probably could use glue stick, but I've got the old art glitter glue going, so we'll just use that. This pocket, or really two pockets, will show off the designs nicely, don't you think? Alrighty. Nice. Good, good. Now, I want to put a thumb notch in, and I want to do it while they're both together like this. Can I get the middle? You know what? I don't trust myself. I'm going to, without creasing it, just make a little pinch there. That helps me find the middle. Okay. I also want to get the big rounder, and I'm going to round these corners nice and chunky. Nice. Okay, so a little bit of inking. Do tell me in the comments, what are your projects on your desk? Do you have any unfinished projects that are just kind of haunting? I've got a few, and I was thinking about a video of just working on one of my unfinished projects and how I'm going to get myself motivated, or what I'm going to do just to help make it better. Now, it's tempting to think I need to glue this, but no, because I want it to go like this, right? And so I don't want to glue it. Okay. All right, now, changing gears, huh? We've got all these made. Let's just grab a couple. I'll take this one, one of these, and let's see if we can get through that much and just decorate them a little bit. And I've got all kinds of stuff that I've made. My girlfriend Robin was over, and she and I made some of our own labels. Okay, I like that label there, don't you? Good. And a flower. I've got my flowers. Autumn flowers. These are more, could be springtime flowers. Not too big. Maybe one like this. I love that color with that. Okay, and let's just grab a leaf. A little skinny leaf. That'll be fine. Now all of these flowers I made, and if you like them, on PM Artist Studios, I have licensed with them. I guess I shouldn't have done the leaf first. I think I need to do this first. But I will put the link in the description, and you can head over there and see about some of my flowers. Okay, nice, neutral. Good. I've still got a leaf on my finger. How crazy is that? Nice. Now, the thought is we're going to be putting something in here, but I still think we need to do a little something there, don't you? Let's see. How about this? I love the color. Maybe right there, and then the stem is kind of tucked in. Let's do that. Ta-da! Okay, looking good. How about this one? Well, I'm thinking a little book page, or I've got more document pages like those, and I could put them in there right side up. Yeah, I know. Because these got upside down from the folding. It's gonna take that end off. Not sure I want to cover it up that much. Now, these are documents that I got from the Library of Congress in the US. And they have a section that's called Free to Use and Reuse. And you can download all kinds of things. There's things from like the federal parks and recreation. There's like, I got documents from presidents, old presidents, long ago. Like Andrew Jackson, way back. All right, I like that. It goes, and it kind of, I don't know. I like the idea that the words are right side up, even though the handwriting, I really can't read it. I can't say that I've sat down and really concentrated on it, but get the words a little more straight. There we go. I can read general government. I can read state government. Okay. Now, flower. Let's do flower, but let's not do blue. Maybe I should go into a different bin. These might be too big. I'm not sure. It is too big. It might fit, but it's a little big. I've got these. A lot of blue in here. Now these I printed on top of document paper. Blends in too much. I've got a few pink ones in here. Don't mind those. Okay, leaves. One big leaf. Let's give that a go. But I'm thinking I still need a label. Something of a different color. Now this is done with off of a gel print that I did. And it's shiny. Yeah, let's put that there. Let's start with that. It feels like 2. It is 2. I like the contrast of color as well as the metallic shine, because when you're reproducing, you don't get metallic shine. It goes away in the printing process. The printer doesn't have mica in its toner. I could be using my glue stick. I don't have to use our glitter glue for this. Well, my friend Susie You always say that if I use my own embellishments, you can spot it a mile away. So let me know. Are these just being jewelified? Well, that got a little wrinkle. There we go. All right, I like it, but needs more. Needs more. It needs something small. Hang on. I got some small stuff. These are little bits that I made. These are larger faux postage. This kind of goes with both. We've got the blue. It's too big. We've got the blue and the pink, but it's too big. So let's see. These are little labels of a different shape and style. No, wrong flavor. Definitely the wrong flavor, okay? Don't give up. Got some butterflies. Okay. I like it, but I think I'm going to find a butterfly I like better. Like maybe this one. Yes. I made that too. This I made with the help of artificial intelligence. But you don't just type in a few words and out comes embellishments. But it's something. Ooh, this is acrylic. Glue stick doesn't always like acrylic. We'll see. If it gives me a little fight, I will add some art glitter glue. But to this, I need a black pen. Sorry, I'm gonna reach. Seems to be sticking. There. Okay, and I'm just going to let whatever goes in this pocket do the work. Should I do that, or should I put a flower up there? This could be a big one. Yeah, it's still too overwhelming. Too overwhelming. What do we got in here? Something a little smaller, maybe? Yeah, no. See, now this blends right in. That's what I was afraid of. If it's blue, it'll blend right in. All right, what about in here? These, again, I printed on top of a document. I like it. Maybe I would like a different color better. I really don't like that. Now, is the blue going to... I made these too. You know, I kind of like that. I do. And I think because I couldn't fussy cut it right down in. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to put that on there. I do hope, if you can't see me, I'm just rubbing glue stick on the back of this, trying not to destroy it at the same time. If you're finding this helpful, if you like what you see, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. That needs to tuck in a little bit further. Of course, it's gluey, so it doesn't want to. All right. Huh. There we go. Yes, I like that very much. Please consider giving my video a thumbs up. It does help my channel and helps it to grow. All right, one more. We have time for one more, I believe. So we've decorated this and this. Did we decorate any of these? No. Okay, that's all right. We've got this one. Well, really, here's where I'm going to decorate because it's pocket, pocket, pocket. So let's just concentrate right here. I want to start with a label. Too shockingly different. I think I've got some that are not quite so jarring. Now see, I like that. Let's do that. And then maybe a flower or a butterfly. Maybe this way. Yeah, let's get this on. Now I just made these labels on brayer off sheets and leftover corners of jelly prints and scraps. My girlfriend was with me, Robin was with me, and we just pulled up the whole envelope of scraps and just anywhere we could fit a little something. Oh, now see, I like that. It needs a little leaf. Let's give it a little leaf. And a little yellow flower. That is cute. And when I use this in whatever I'm going to use it in a journal or whatever, then I can always add more, but once it's glued on, well, then that's it. All right, can we just take a look at the ones we finished? We got this one decorated, this one decorated, this one decorated, all using our collage papers. And then we still have two more. We've got this one, which is going to go over a page. And we've got this little angle pocket. Okay, like I said before, hit that thumbs up. It helps me so much. Subscribe if you haven't. I would just love to have you join our little crafty group. Down here, a video is going to pop up. I look for you over there.